Hey everyone, so before I dive into this video, I just kind of wanted to briefly sit and talk about it first, because my initial vision for it kind of fell through. So this weekend my fiance and I, we went to the Retro World Expo in Wallingford, Connecticut. Had a blast there on Saturday. We initially only bought Saturday badges because we weren't sure about it. And last second we decided to go back on Sunday, and my plan was going to kind of go in, show off the expo with the camera, talk to some of the artists that were there, talk to some people that I could come across, and kind of fill in for the horror theme for the channel and get people talking about their favorite horror games and stuff. And by the time we got there on Sunday, some of the vendors that I wanted to talk to for the artists, they had left. The crowds were kind of thinned out, and I didn't fully get to do what I wanted to do. But I still made it work a little bit. So let's take a look at everything that I shot for the day. Hey guys, this is the Honest Gamer here, and we are here for day 2 of the Retro World Expo at the Oakdale Theater in Wallingford, Connecticut. Now I came yesterday with just my fiance, and we're here today with our son. That's them getting ready to go in. I figured there's probably a number of you guys that couldn't make it for various reasons, whether it's scheduling or distance or any sort of personal issues, or maybe you just didn't know too much about it and didn't want to risk wasting your money. So this is my chance. I'm taking you guys inside the door with me and giving you guys an inside look at how it is and what it is. So let's go on and get our badges and get inside the doors. So really quick before we get inside, I just wanted to show you, this is the actual badge for getting in for Sunday. I overheard in line yesterday while we were walking in that apparently last year they didn't even do badges because it was the first year. So it's a kind of cool little token to take home with you. Before I put this up on YouTube, I'll make sure I'll show you guys what the Saturday badge looked like. But you know, this is it. Alright guys, so we are officially inside the expo. As you can see, it's kind of a wide shot of the whole floor. Can't really see all the details for everything, but it's a really cool mix of everything. We've got artist vendors over here, we've got game vendors everywhere, and one of my favorite things about this is that there's a mix of everything together. You know, it's not like walking into a grocery store and you've got, you know, frozen foods in one section and dry in the other. You know, you've got artist vendors right next to game vendors, and it kind of gets both the crowds mixing together, because you figure you're going to get the people that are going to come to these just to see all the artists, and there's going to be people coming just to buy, sell, and trade games, and it kind of gets everybody crossing paths and talking and hanging out. So it's just a pretty cool environment. So I'm going to go walk around a little bit. I'm going to see if I can talk to some people for the horror theme on the blog and see if I can get people talking about what their favorite horror games are and what they think are the scariest ones. So let's go see who we can find. Alright, so we are here with Martha, and we're going to ask her a couple of questions for the horror theme. So first off, what's your favorite horror video game?
I would have to say my favorite horror video game is Dead Space, the first one.
Okay, good choice, good choice. That's also up there with me. And now, what would you have to say is the scariest horror game you've come across?
I'm going to have to say Outlast.
Okay. Yeah, that one's getting up there nowadays.
Yeah.
Alright, well thank you very much.
Alright, you're welcome.
Alright, we are here with Max from GameSquadSquad. You can check them out on YouTube. So Max, what's your favorite horror game?
My favorite horror game is, I want to say, Snatcher for Sega CD. They're selling it right over there for $450. In box. Oh my god. Sorry if I knock things over here. However, my best horror game of all time, I will tell you right now, is Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2. No other game has made me scream as a 20-year-old man in my entire life.
I'm right there with you.
Thank you. Exactly. You ever play that, Martha? Silent Hill 2? What'd she say? Probably something stupid. She say Christmas Nights?
Dead Space were her favorite.
Anyway, Silent Hill 2. If you haven't played Silent Hill 2, scary game. Yes. Oh my god. So my wife streamed Silent Hill 2 on Twitch, and it was some of the funnest experience I had, because I was just sitting downstairs, doing whatever, probably watching.
The catch is that I'm not his wife.
No, he is not my wife. He did live with my wife though, and me. I was there too.
I saw her breastfeed before.
She did. He did.
By accident.
That's some kind of serious commitment.
No, it was accident. I walked into the living room. There was no door.
I think I actually asked if you wanted to see her breastfeed anyway.
I didn't, but I walked into the living room at the wrong time. Anyway, Silent Hill 2
I have a picture of my wife in the center if you want to see it.
Save that for the next channel.
Okay. So
anyway, we're talking about scary things.
That's pretty fucking scary.
What's your scariest game? So, I said favorite scariest game, Snatcher.
I would say Sweet Home. And not that the game is necessarily terribly scary.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going with this.
But it creates such anxiety.
Yes.
Like,
permadeath.
It's
permadeath.
It's like the most fucking tense game.
If one of your characters dies, they die.
All right.
That's it. If you want that vacuum cleaner back, start over, asshole.
I had one character die in that game. I'm like, oh god. All right, and like it's not a fast-paced game, but I'm like halfway through it, and I'm like da 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 da. I'm like nothing's happening. I'm like da 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 da. But my second character died. I'm like, all right, done. I can't play this anymore.
We never literally completed the game. We did stream it once.
Would you like a lemon?
I would love a lemon. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. To meet Jonathan Poulon. He's a fellow Video Games Multi subscriber. He's got his own channel up on YouTube, and he also won the first game giveaway that I did for the Honest Gamer page. And he was only there on Saturday. He couldn't make it back on Sunday, but I asked him if he had a few minutes, if he could shoot a short video answering the same questions I was asking, and gratefully he did, so let's see what he has to say.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Poulon, and you might know me from such videos as Video Games Monthly Unboxing, and that's about it. Well, I'm here today because I had the chance to meet a fellow YouTuber and Video Games Monthly subscriber. His name is Mike, aka The Honest Gamer, this past weekend at Retro World Expo in Wallingford, Connecticut. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to answer his questions while we were at the show, so I wanted to do it now while I'm back in New Jersey. And his question for the month of October was, what is my favorite horror game that I've ever played, as well as what's the scariest game I could think of? I know, So, my favorite horror game is actually the first horror game I ever played. It's for PlayStation 1, and most likely it's probably a lot of other people's first games, but it is Resident Evil 2. I have no idea why I even played it in the first place. I was never a fan of horror games. I never even played the first one. But somehow when I got a PlayStation 1, I played this game. I loved it. And at the time, it was scary. The birds crashing through the window, the tyrant going through the wall. I mean, it was a scary, scary game. And since then, I've obviously played the first one, the third one, 4, 5, 6, all the side stories for all the different consoles, Resident Evil, Code Veronica, X, Revelations, 2, everything. I love this series. It is my favorite horror game. I also like Silent Hill. I like, some of those type of creepy type of games as well. But I don't know what the camera woman is doing, but she likes Saw, I guess. But that is a game for PlayStation 3, but we've never played that. We just saw the movies. I know, I'm sorry. We'll play it one day. So anyway, going back to the original question that I was asked, I love the Resident Evil series, but the scariest game that I've ever come across, and it's one that you may not think about, it is Shaq Fu. Oh god. Shaq Fu is a scary, scary game. I know it was meant to be good, it was not. It is scary. Whether you play it for the Super Nintendo or the Genesis, scariest game hands down. In terms of horror, Resident Evil, scariest game, Shaq Fu. So, that's my answer to the Honest Gamer's question. Definitely check him out on YouTube, on Facebook. Look up Honest Gamer. He has a lot of great videos that he's posting all through the months. He does unboxing videos, he does playthroughs. Check out myself, Jonathan Poulon, on YouTube. I now have 100 subscribers, so maybe you could be 101st. Woo! And of course, I do a lot of Video Games Monthly unboxings. I do videos for their contests. I've even done their Survivor audition videos, so you can see that as well. And I have to plug them in. Check out Video Games Monthly as well if you want retro games sent to your house each month where you get to keep them. You get no duplicates, you get no sports titles, you can choose from 15 plus consoles, you can update your library on their website so you don't get duplicates, you can send them a wish list. It's videogamesmonthly.com, and check them out on Facebook. You can see my unboxing videos and pics, other members' unboxing videos and pics. They have weekly contests where it's free to sign up, and it's just a great, fun community. That's where I met the Honest Gamer. That's where I've met a lot of other people. So check them out. So what do you gotta do tonight? You gotta check out Honest Gamer, Jonathan Poland, Video Games Monthly. Do not play Shaq Fu. Play Resident Evil. And until then, play the past into the future and have a retro kind of day. Bye!
So I wanted to take a quick minute and answer my own questions. So as far as my favorite horror games, the two that I'm picking, you're going to recognize them because I did them both on the blog. First up, Alan Wake on the 360. It's exclusive to the 360. This one drew a lot of inspiration from Stephen King and his work, who is one of my all-time favorite authors. So that was my initial pull into getting into this game, and then getting into it, I just fell in love with the story, and no matter how much it creeped me out, it was the story that kept me going through this one. Wanted to see how it turned out, where it was going to go, where the characters were going to end up, all that kind of stuff. So this one is definitely one of my all-time favorites. My other favorite is Dead Space. It's hard picking which one out of the whole series, but the first one is definitely the topper. It's set in the perfect area, nice, creepy, dark, narrow ship trapped in the middle of space with no power, and all this shit coming at you from every single possible direction. I fell in love with the whole series. I've got all the games, all the books, the comics, the two animated movies, all of it. The mythology behind this one is just amazing. And just like Alan Wake, that was what kept me going with it. I wanted to see how everything was going to come out. This one also is going to be the answer, one of the answers to the scariest game, because this one scared me. It took me 4 attempts of starting this one to finally play it through to the end, and I'm talking about starting from the beginning. The first time I played it, I want to say 4 chapters in, and I was getting way too anxious walking down all the hallways trying to creep around all the corners, and it still didn't work because shit would throw out at you from all the vents and from the floor, the ceiling, everything. There was nowhere that you felt safe for a single second in this entire game. So this one's definitely on the top of the scary list. And the other one on the scary list, and I'm sure this one kind of widely accepted in the whole gaming community as a top scary game, is Silent Hill 2. This thing is a mindfuck, to say the least. It's always got you guessing. I can't even describe, like, I won't even replay this one very quickly after a previous playthrough because it's just that creepy and that scary. It's dark, all the fog, all the alternate Silent Hill world, every single thing about this game, and Pyramid Head coming out at you from every angle. Not fun. But the one scare that's worth it in this game is dropping down into the low level of the prison to get Pyramid Head's knife, because that thing is fun to use. So, favorite games, Alan Wake and Dead Space. Scary games, Dead Space and Silent Hill 2. So the last thing I want to do in this video is kind of unbox the stuff that I picked up over the weekend at the expo. But before I get to that, I just want to send a huge thank you to Joe and Grant from Video Games Monthly, Jonathan Polan, and Max, Martha, and Greg from GameSquadSquad. And Greg's also got his own thing, Guerrilla Games. And I'm going to make another video about that in the coming weeks, and I'll explain why when I get to it. But to all of you guys, thank you for making such an amazing weekend. Joe and Grant and John, I've talked to you guys a little bit before this weekend, so meeting you in person just kind of enhanced everything. As far as GameSquadSquad goes, going into this weekend, I honestly can say I hadn't heard anything about you guys, and meeting you guys just clicked. And to all of you, you guys made the experience for me this weekend. You guys are going to be the reason I start going back to this thing every year, and I couldn't be happier with the friends that I got to make this weekend. And I know Janelle feels the same exact way. So again, thank you. So, let's sit down and I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I picked up over the weekend. Now I'm just going to show you a few of the things that I picked up over the weekend. Now I'm not a big time collector. I don't go for, you know, the complete in-box little Simpsons or anything like that. I kind of just collect, for me personally, the stuff that I want to enjoy and play. So the first thing I want to show is Video Games Monthly at their table had a little swag box. For anybody that subscribed that popped over to say hi, could go through the box and pick out a game. And I recently just signed up for a second box, which I will go into more detail about when I do my November unboxing. So they let me pick out two things. So first one I grabbed was Regret Scavenger Hunt on N64, and I got Little Nemo Dream Master on NES. And this one comes personally recommended from Joe. So Joe, thank you for the recommendation, and I hope this lives up to the hype that you gave me. Next off is just kind of a little dipping around everywhere. Recently picked up a Dreamcast, so I got the first Sonic Adventure for Dreamcast. I found the second Professor Layton game, because I've been trying to go through the whole series, and I had seen a few copies of the first one, but I thought I already owned it, so I didn't pick any of them up. Came home Saturday night to find out that I actually don't own the first one, so I went back and hung out with GameSquadSquad on Sunday, and they had told me they had seen a couple of them get sold, so I was running around the place, not sure if I was going to find it, and actually, right across the row from them, I found it. So I now have pretty much all the Professor Layton games, so for me personally, I'm happy about that. Another personal one that I'm happy with is Mystical Ninja on N64. If you guys remember, I reviewed the Super Nintendo one on the blog, and ever since having so much fun with that one, I've been dying to pick up this one, but it's been harder to find. And I found it, and I actually got this from the same guy that I got the first Professor Layton game from, and also from him. This one's more for my fiance. I got the massive Yoshi Woolly World amiibo. This thing is a beast. I haven't seen one in person until I found this one, and this is awesome. She's more into Yoshi stuff than I am, but I'm still happy to have this in the house. As you guys also know, I'm going for my modified complete PS3 library, so I grabbed a few things for that. I got Full Auto 2, Battle Lines, 007 Quantum of Solace, and Carnival Island. Grabbed Carnival Island just because it works with the move, and it's got a whole bunch of mini games. It feels like a non-Goosebumps version of Horrorland, which I just did a Let's Play for. So that seems pretty fun. And the last thing I want to talk about is from GameSquadSquad. I picked up Maniac Mansion and Blaster Master, both on NES. And from them also, Greg gave me a little Pearly Bead slime, which I plan on attaching to my Video Games Monthly Cozy and pounding Ecto Cooler out of it. But I also got a lemon, which you guys saw in the video. And the story behind this is apparently somebody stopped by their table with a shirt that said Life on it and gave them lemons. So my question is this: if Life gives you lemons and you're supposed to make lemonade, do I still get to make lemonade by the transitive property? Because they got the lemons from Life and I got the lemon from them. So does it still work? You tell me. So again, thank you for everybody I got to meet over the weekend. Thank you for watching the video. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Everybody that I mentioned has some form of Facebook page, YouTube channel, or both, or whatever. All of those links are going to be down in the bottom. So yeah, that's it. This was the expo. If you guys heard about it and you weren't sure about it, I can tell you right now, next year when it comes up, at least go for one day, because you will not regret it. It was a great atmosphere, a lot of fun people. I didn't have any issues with any price gouging or anything like that. So, Retro World Expo 2017. Everybody I met this year, I hope to see you again, and I hope to meet some new faces next year. So I will see you guys later this week with another Let's Play Honestly. And until then, game on.